Well, good morning and welcome to the University of the Ozarks. It is 11 a.m. on August 27th, and I haven't been live with y'all for a little while. So, if this is new for you, know that I'm going to take an opportunity to share a few campus updates. I've got 4 or 5 topics, and then I will take questions in real time. So if you have a question, feel free to type it in the comments section. Also know that my colleagues and I track the comment section usually for the next 72 hours. So if you're watching this after the fact and you have a question, you can also type in a question there. It just may take us a day or so to catch your inquiry, and we'll come back to you. So I see the enrollee number clicking up, so I assume we're live and things are going well. Again, my name is Rich Dunsworth, and I have the pleasure, the distinction, and well, I guess the honor of serving the University of the Ozarks and all of our students and alumni around the world. If you were on campus today, other than it being hot, and it's August, so as I tell my friends outside of Arkansas, we tolerate August, and then we get November, December, January, February when it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's what I keep telling our students. I know it's hot and you kind of melt outside, but it's wonderful that the students are back. You'll see students walking all over campus, and it's just exciting to have the school year up and running. It's exciting to be face to face and delivering our curriculum the way it was designed to be done in a classroom with a faculty member and in real time. So let's start with some COVID information, and then we'll do some campus updates. So from a COVID standpoint, as I think folks know, we were gearing up for a pretty traditional opening, and then the Delta variant. It not only appeared, it arrived with a vengeance. So we retreated from some of the earlier decisions that we had made. We returned to wearing masks. That, as I told our students, I am so tired of wearing them, but I'll wear one when I'm in public. And then there's some caveats that anytime I'm in public or we're in public in groups larger than 10, we expect that everyone is wearing a mask. If we're in groups smaller than 10 and we know that everybody's vaccinated, then it really is the will of the room in many ways to allow folks to not wear masks. When students are in their family units, family unit defined as an off-campus house or a residence hall room or a unit that they're pretty confident in knowing what reality is, then it's up to them on how to think about ensuring they're safe. We're continuing to socially distance in classrooms and public spaces. However, we have shrunk the social distancing to 3 feet. And as anybody that's working with one of our current students know, one of our biggest challenges there is food. We have extended the food day to almost the entire daylight hours, right? We have a breakfast and then lunch and then a late lunch that goes throughout the afternoon, so that if we have too many people in the cafeteria and a student needs or wants a little more flexibility and space, they can. The lower level re-envisioned Eagle's Nest is now ready to go. Supply chain issues have been a challenge, and you may know that we weren't able to get the countertops in, and they finally arrived yesterday, and that space looks absolutely amazing. Continuing on with COVID, I'm excited to report that as a campus, we're knocking on 50% vaccinated across all roughly 1,000 of us. That's wonderful. I'm excited to see that. As we think about subsets of people, that our faculty, staff, employee rate is about 70%, and our student rate is at 46%. So know that we're going to continue to do clinics as long as folks show up for them. I will continue to encourage people absent health issues or religious challenges or religious convictions to get vaccinated because as we become more and more vaccinated, we have more choices. For those of our campus community that are not vaccinated, regardless of student, full-time, part-time, anything, employee, faculty member, somebody works in maintenance, regardless of where one is in our community, that if they're not vaccinated or in the process of getting vaccinated, starting next week, we will be doing surveillance testing. And what that looks like is our athletes are on, I believe, Mondays, and then we have folks divided into groups, color-coded, and if you're X color and you're Tuesday, we expect between 7 and 9 in the morning that you're in maybe gymnasium and that you're self-administering. It's not the one that goes up that feels like it's into your brain. It's one you do 10 seconds in one nostril, 10 seconds in another, and then it's a rapid test. And if there's a challenge, then we'll do the PCR test. So we're pretty excited. We're pretty pleased with how that's shaping up, and we think we're covered there. As it relates to our current numbers in terms of quarantine or positives, we do have 4 students that are quarantined on campus, and we invited at least one student who was positive and symptomatic who lived locally. We invited him to quarantine at home. So that's our COVID updates. We're going to keep working, doing everything we can to keep our community as safe as we can be. And when I say community, that also extends to the greater Clarksville area, that we don't want to cause our influx of nearly 1,000 people to have unintended consequences in our host town. Now let's talk about a couple of things that are just simply going on campus. That if you haven't been here of late, the science construction is on time and it's gorgeous. The project should end late December, early January, and then over the winter holiday it'll be a mad dash, pulling faculty back in, getting them in their new offices, getting them back into to new labs and classrooms, and I can't tell you how transformative that structure is going to be for our ability to support STEM and STEM education, and it's on time, it's on budget. We have had a few supply chain challenges, but it's all been managed without too much drama and without too much strife. You may have noticed last week that we made the decision to delay or postpone Homecoming, what was scheduled for the first weekend in October, which included alumni awards and Hall of Fame awards and a wonderful celebration. We just got to the point where we knew that we couldn't invite people to town and create large scale events with the way the numbers were currently trending. So we have postponed that to April, and we're excited to invite our alumni and friends back for a homecoming celebration, for a Hall of Fame, and we hope we'll be able to do all of that in the spring. And God willing, and the hopefully vaccine rates go up and positivity numbers go down, and we'll be in really good shape. We do have a lot of events going on campus. In addition to simply classes open, fall athletics are kicking off. This weekend we open the season with first a scrimmage with women's soccer, where they'll be playing Harding at 12 noon. It is open. We will be following basic protocols, but it's open and it's outdoors, and we know we can do it safely. Following their game, we're going to be doing championship ring presentations to the men. The men's soccer team won our conference last year for the first time in nearly 20 years, and we're really excited to present them with their rings. And then after we present them with their rings, they'll be taking on alumni that have come back, a select group of alumni that have come back to do a scrimmage with them as a way to open the event. At that, I'm going to scan the comments section and just see if folks have offered me any questions. And again, feel free that if you've got anything that you're curious about or want to know, that I will be happy to open up and answer any of the questions that folks might have. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any comments or questions. Well, I'll give folks a quick minute. We will be doing these updates from time to time and giving folks an opportunity to offer questions and comments, and we've set out a schedule where roughly every couple of weeks I'll open up on 11 o'clock on a Friday, and we'll share what's going on around campus. You know that I try to be as transparent as possible. I try to be as straightforward as possible. So if there are things that you're curious about, things you want to know, don't hesitate dropping them in. That one of the comments in the comment section talks about women's wrestling, and that we have our second class that came in. The inaugural class came in last year as a club program, and the second class has arrived, and they are practicing. I have the opportunity to see them on the sidewalk as they're coming out from practice, and as we're ready to announce and invite you all to watch them. Please know that we will do that, and it's pretty cool. It's just one of those continuing expansion of our athletic program and our student engagement program. The kinds of things that we're doing to keep students and to encourage them to attend and then to compete. And as many of you have heard me say over the years, that student athletes, by the time they graduate, they know how to compete. And that competition and that sense of knowing how to win gracefully and lose gracefully, I believe serves them well, and it serves them well in life. All right, let's see if we've got anything else going on. Thank you. Comments about move-in day. It went well, and yes, about 10 minutes after 1, the skies opened up and drenched us. So we've debriefed move-in, and knowing that there are always ways to improve, and that know that that's our mindset, that we're never going to rest on our laurels, and we're going to do everything we can to make next year better than last, and the next year better than that. So know that we appreciate everything that you all do for us. If it's within your ethos, I'd ask you to continue or say a prayer for the University of the Ozarks. Pray for our students, especially our freshmen, who are excited to be here, but they're also receiving new pressures from directions, and they're trying to sort through things, and believe it or not, they do miss their family. They miss those connections, and they'll especially start feeling those as we get a little further away from move-in day and a little closer to Thanksgiving. You can feel it around campus. So say a prayer for the institution, say a prayer for our students and our alums. Please pray for anybody that's in the healthcare field. and all of the work and energy that they're doing for us. And then also know that at least my thoughts are with those that are in Afghanistan, and that the world outside of us also impacts how our students react from day to day, and we know that each of them may be carrying burdens we don't know anything about. So if you happen to be working with one of our students and you know they're carrying something around that might be of help to us, to help them, on our website, it's actually in the parent section. There are a series of tags about halfway down, and one of them says I care. You can hit that and tell us what's up with a student. And when I say us, it goes to 2 people, and those people read it and then decide whether it should be shared further or whether it should be sent to an advisor or a case manager, or whether it's just something to sit and monitor based on what people share with us. So know that if because of what's going on outside of Clarksville is adversely affecting one of our students, we'd sure love to know about it and see if we can lighten their burden. And with that, I'll do one more scan. Fred, thank you. We're proud of you too. So, folks, God bless. Be well. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.